Hi, today we are going to look at semicircle on the reformer. So semicircle is a fantastic stretching exercise to open up through the quads, the hip flexors, to get into spinal articulation, to open up the upper back, the chest, and the shoulders. It's just a fantastic all-around stretch. So I'm on a peak reformer, so I'm going to have my two outside springs on, which for me are the two blue springs. They are the two lightest springs for me on my setup. And the important thing is that you want to be on your outside springs because you need to be able to let your hips drop down into the well inside your springs. The springs do not need to be heavy, just enough so that when you are pushing out, your carriage doesn't just float away from you. So you can set your springs how it is comfortable for you. I have a little bit of skin exposed on my back because of the cut of my shirt. So I have a towel underneath me that's going to help me slide in and out of position. My foot bar is down flat. And the easiest way to get on, because you want the edge of your carriage to hit you right under your shoulder blades, is I inch as far up off of my carriage as I can. My hands go into my shoulder blocks, and I'm actually going to hold on to my towel a little bit and shimmy down. Okay, so for me, because I'm a little bit shorter, I actually have to go to my fists to give me a little bit extra length in my arms so that the carriage hits me right under the shoulder blades. But if you're long enough, you can be heel of your palms onto the shoulder blocks, that's fine. You can either have your feet in a Pilates V or your legs can be parallel. You're going to bring the carriage all the way in, and this is where you're going to get that nice deep stretch in the quads and the hip flexors. And then what we want to do is articulate the spine and feel like you are melting from the breastbone down to the pelvis, one vertebra at a time into the well. So you're going to try and keep the carriage closed as much as you can, tucking the tailbone. Feel like you are melting the carriage, melting your spine down. Again, the edge of the carriage should hit you right under your shoulder blocks. And then you're going to push out about halfway, hold the carriage still, and now tuck from the tailbone, lifting up one vertebra at a time as you bring the carriage all the way in. Get that nice deep stretch. Try to reach your knees forward over your toes. And then again, we're going to melt down one vertebra at a time from the breastbone down the spine, letting the hips release the very last, pushing out about halfway, tucking the tail, rolling up the spine. Hips are high, knees pull forward over the toes. We would do about 3 of those, so that was 2. So now we're going to start from the top. So you're going to push out about halfway, hold the carriage still, tuck the tailbone so that you're rolling from the breastbone down, one vertebra at a time. Once the spine is released, you let the hips drop. Feel that nice, beautiful stretch in the upper back, chest, and shoulders. And then come in, tucking the tail, bringing it in. Again, from the top, you'd go out about halfway, melt, rolling down. And then as you come in from the tailbone up. Again, we would do about 3. Once you finish your last one, you're going to reach for whatever you can reach for. If it's the sides of the foot bar, if it's your ankles, if it's the foot bar, you're going to keep that nice long line from shoulders to knees. Keep pulling the knees forward over the toes to feel that stretch in your quads. And then to come up, you're going to just grab onto your shoulder blocks. This is why you need a towel or a shirt on so that you can drag yourself back up onto the carriage. And there you are. So I hope this helps you better understand the intention of the exercise, how to execute, and I hope that you enjoy that stretch.